How's it going, man?
Hey,
So we thought it'd be wise to make it clear to everybody individually, a little bit at a time. If you're on the side of some change and getting some things done around here, y'all need to let us know, because we're seeing some people out here that really aren't interested in any kind of change at all. Sergeant Neff approached us in a way that just was uncool earlier, and he's a little bit of the reason that we're a little more aggressive tonight, was because of the way he came up on us. Because if we bother you, that tells us that you're a problem, because you should see us as an asset out here. You should see us as an extra set of eyes, and if you're one of the good ones, you should see us as one of the ones that's going to help make this department better for you. So if you want to start treating the community with a little more respect, we'll leave you alone. But if you're going to continue to act all paranoid about us just because we're out here with the cameras, we've heard that some of you are afraid to come out to your cars at night because we're out there.
There's people out there that want to kill us.
We think that's just total bullshit. Being afraid in your own freaking parking lot with all the guns that you have, and all we have is cameras. That tells us you have things to hide.
People out there that want to kill us.
the general climate anywhere in this country right now is everybody hates the police.
They're surveying. There's people out there that want to kill us.
When 98% of us are decent people just trying to do the right
There's
thing.
people out there that want to kill us.
Right? Just because there's a few people that are probably shouldn't be in this
They're
job
surveying.
shouldn't reflect fully on all of us. It's not all of our fault.
They're surveying. There's people out there that want to kill us.
1 or 2% of us not doing the right thing. So on top of all the other things that are going on that are affecting our job,
People out there that want to kill us.
making us nervous. Now we have a set of folks that are really, giving us something else to pay attention to.
They're surveying.
If you guys say that you're just here to hold us accountable, that's fine. But if we're on the scene or on a traffic stop or something like that, and we have to pay attention to what's going on over here, now we also have to pay attention to 2-3 people that are, taking pictures inside our patrol car, doing all this and that.
There's people out there that want to kill us.
While we're in the middle of the call. So that adds to our level of stress, our level of anxiety.
They're surveying.
It doesn't help us do our jobs.
I would suggest that if you have to worry about us on your scene,
I have to
Then-
worry about everybody.
There's people out there that want to kill us.
Worry
But-
about the guy just walking down the sidewalk.
okay, what I'm saying is,
Have you seen any videos, and I'm sure you have, of just cops standing there minding their own business, someone walks around the corner, stabs him in the neck?
They're surveying. People out there that want to kill us.
have you seen videos of First Amendment auditors and what they do? Or none of them have stabbed an officer in the neck. We're out here simply filming and making sure that we catch shit like what happened on 9th Street. That's all we're doing.
Danny has a similar background to you. He's also been in the service. He doesn't take the approach of, we're going to stab him in the neck and everybody's out to get him. His whole demeanor
Well, he knows.
They're surveying. There's people out there that want to kill us.
is totally different.
Okay, but you know us too. You know who we are.
We all have different life experience.
You know who we are, and you know that. Okay, I'm not going to do the demanding thing with you. Okay, I'm
If
not.
we're having a discussion, then it's fluid. It's back and forth. It's not you ask me questions and want an answer, and me ask you questions and never get one. That's not a discussion. That's, if you want to stand here and monologue like you've been doing, go ahead. If you want to have a discussion, like you say, then let's have a discussion.
Okay,
Let's ask questions. Let's answer questions.
My thing is you know who we are. The
I really don't. I know your name. That's it.
They're surveying.
I don't know who you are. I don't know where you've been. I don't know what you've been through in life. I
Okay.
don't know what's motivating you to do what you do every day.
There's people out there that want to kill us.
I don't know you. I know your name because your name's been passed around, because they say, hey, these are these guys that are videotaping us. Be aware of that. Okay, that's what I know about you.
They're surveying.
That's it. You know that I'm a cop here in Lawrence.
Okay,
I wear the same uniform that Brad Williams does, so I must be an asshole like him. That's not the case.
There's people out there that want to kill us.
well, I got to say that the fact that you would equate us with somebody that would stab a cop in the neck the way you did a few minutes ago,
I didn't. I asked you if you saw the video.
but you're dumping that into the conversation like we're supposed to be a threat to you, like we're going to stab you in the
I
neck.
don't know you.
There's people out there that want to kill us.
But when a police officer looks at every citizen as a possible threat, that's where that problem comes from. That's where the over-aggression comes
That's
from.
where the escalating
There's
situation
no
goes to.
aggression here. Who's being aggressive here? Who's threatening who here? Nobody.
They're surveying.
We're having a conversation. Okay? I'm not from this area. Okay? I didn't grow up around here. So I grew up different.
There's people out there that want to kill us.
All right. So the way I am is the way I am because of where I come from.
That doesn't change the need for us to have community police officers
Sure, but it
that
also
aren't
doesn't-
viewing everybody
It also
as a
doesn't change the fact
suspect.
that there are people out here who want to kill cops just because of what they're wearing.
There's people out there that want to kill. Out there that want to kill. Out there that want to kill. Out there that want to kill us.
But that's not a.
That doesn't give
I'm
you.
not saying it's you, but for my survival, for this officer's survival, we have to always be alert to that.
There's people out there that want to kill. Out there that want to kill us.
Okay?
And
mean,
as do we have to be alert to somebody who you share a uniform with, because internally things aren't being dealt with.
And you said a few minutes ago that
I don't deal with
99.
internal stuff. I come to work, I drive the streets, I answer calls,
People out there that want to kill. Out there that want to kill us.
I go home.
You can make a difference because you work side by side that person.
That 99% of you that you said a minute ago was good
The good guys
needs to get rid of that 1%. You have to root it out.
I don't
Because if
hire
you
and
don't
fire
get that
anybody.
1% out, it's going to rot the rest of it.
Don't hire and fire anybody. It's not like that.
Because I would say by large you guys do have good people. Do you have a few that need weeded out? Absolutely you do. Just like in life you have good and bad.
You,
But
sir,
the
have a
problem-
vote in the police union.
The
So do you.
problem is your union covers for these ones that need to go.
People out there that want to kill. People out there that want to kill us.
Your department has no policy on names, and your department has no badge numbers. And so everybody that was there that may or may not have had a judgment of law enforcement left there with a bad taste in their mouth, which then makes it harder for when you walk up on the next scene.
And they totally resisted telling who the actual officer was that was reaching in the car. They kept asking for a name, and finally somebody said Williams.
People out there that want to kill us. People out there that want to kill us.
We are not your direct bosses, but you guys work for us.
Sure, 100% agree with you. And
Then
that's-
why shouldn't we be able to ask you your name and you tell us, hey, my name is Wexler.
There's people out there.
Hey, my name is
Zarnowick.
How do you say that?
Zarnowick.
Zarnowick, okay. Wexler's easier, man. But why isn't it we just say that? Now, I want to say also that the only reason this conversation has happened is because you guys actually didn't just run. I mean, we pull up on cars and they just run.
People out there that want to kill. Out there that want to kill us. People out there that want to kill. Out there that want to kill us. People out there that want to kill. Out there that want to kill us.
They just blast out of the parking lot right away. And one took off pretty quick, but we appreciate you guys hanging around and talking.
Absolutely. I mean, like he said, he wasn't kidding. We're report writing right
Okay.
now, but you
Oh,
know, I
and
felt
that's
it.
fine.
I'm happy to take the time to have a discussion
Well,
with you.
and please have a discussion with your other officers and let them know what we're about. We're not here to hurt you. We're not here to threaten you and anything. You guys should see us as an extra set of eyes out here.
One of your coworkers out on the street should tell you this. Just the other night we were out videoing. He actually caught a crime as it was happening by accident. Your officer gets dispatched to the call. Guess who gives him the footage for the whole crime that
No,
transpired?
it's sitting in my mailbox.
Oh yeah, you got my drive. That's
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna get it back to you.
No worries. But see, we're an extra set of eyes out here.
No, I have no problem with any of that stuff.
But then, like the approach when you're out on that scene and your sergeant approaches us in an aggressive manner when he already damn know.
That's
knew who
between
we
you
were.
and him.
But see,
That's between you and
But
him.
you guys called him there because we're there.
I didn't call him that. Yes, an officer on the scene called him.
I'm
He was
aware.
there.
Do you know certain scenes? You know, say Danny's there, or how do you say his last name?
Inman. Inman's been really cool with us.
Anywhere we go and we see him, you know what we do?
We just leave.
We leave because we know it's okay.
Now, I think you're a nice guy. I worry about the fear you have. Honestly, I'm just being honest. I worry about the fear you have about being hurt out here. And because that fear gives
You know,
you
you're speaking about things that you don't really know. You're sitting here saying that I'm afraid, and I didn't say I'm afraid. The
okay.
difference between being vigilant and being afraid. If I was afraid, I would turn this shit in and I wouldn't be doing this job. I'd go find a much easier job.
Okay, I'd like to suggest that you be a little bit more introspective about where those feelings come from. Because that anxiety that you get about being struck in the neck with a knife comes from a little bit of fear, brother. And I don't mean that condescendingly, I mean it really.